Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
Hey everybody, welcome into another episode of the Run Your Day podcast. This is Dan Hafner, as always, joining you here this morning. I apologize if the audio sounds a little bit off, as it does lately. I've had a brand new microphone, and today I don't have it. So we'll make do with what we have. Today's topic is this: there's always time. As always, thank you all for joining. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episode. So today I wanted to talk about this concept of time, right? It's the one thing that we all have an even amount of, and yet we all seem to have none of. We all have 24 hours in a day. I don't care if you're Oprah. I don't care if you're, someone that has nothing in life. I don't care who you are. We all have 24 hours in a day. It is the great equalizer in this world. So what makes someone more productive or more successful or more efficient than the next person? What makes it seem like some people have all the time in the world, yet it achieves so much, and then some people just never achieve anything and never seem to have any time, right? There's this big continuum, and it's odd. You see people in both both ends of the spectrum. And it's really amazing because, the people that seem to have it all together and have enough time are the ones that understand that you choose your priorities. Like, you might not have enough time to do all the things that you want to do in a day. I almost guarantee you there's not enough time to do it. When was the last time you're like, man, I had so much extra time today, right? Like, no one ever says that. It's just something that never comes out of anyone's mouth. But the people that are on that end of the spectrum realize that simplicity is the key, right? Like, we as human beings are just not cut out to be going all the time. Like, eventually your body will shut down and it will make you go to sleep. It will say, hey man, you've been going too hard for too long. You got to chill. And you'll literally pass out. Like, it will happen. You need to replenish yourself. You need to sleep. Like, we as human beings are wired that way. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, you have people that never seem to have enough time and just never get anything done. And one, it's because they're not focused on the important things that are actually getting things done. You're basically doing busy work, and you're confusing productivity with efficiency. Like, if you're just doing busy work just to be busy, you're not actually getting anything done. It's like sitting, putting a truck in a mud hole and just spinning the tires. Like, yeah, it might look cool, it might sound cool, of all the things that you're doing and you're bragging about getting done, but at the end of the day, you're not actually moving forward. You're just a truck spinning its wheels. So there's this interesting dynamic that comes into play when people, start to... I hear some people complain all the time, like, oh, I just don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. And it's like, yeah, you do. Yes, you do. You have time for that. You just choose to not make time for it. Like, my wife and I went to a show last night, and I had to work late, and it was just one long day. Just a long day. And at the end of it, I realized that I felt like I didn't have enough time. I didn't have time to get anything done. I didn't do the things that I wanted to do that day. But then I looked back at it when I got home and I said, you know what? I did the things that were important. And I had plenty of time. I spent the day at my job working to provide for our family, right? And then I went immediately over to our show to spend time with my wife, make a deposit, and invest in her. Didn't matter if I wanted to be there or not. I did what I had to do. And although we didn't get home till like 10 o'clock at night, We had other stuff to do when we came home to get ready for the weekend and people coming over and the holidays and stuff. Like, there's always time. And at some point you have to sacrifice the things that are less important in order to get the more important things done. That's just what it's about. So I'm going to tie this into today's quote that I found, and I really think this is something that really is applicable to this. So this one is by Dale Carnegie. Act enthusiastic and you will be enthusiastic. Act enthusiastic and you will be enthusiastic. Literally, fake it till you make it. Like, if you're someone that just can't seem to get through the day, if you're someone that seems to be like overwhelmed all the time and you just feel like you're spinning your wheels, trust me, I've been there. I'm still there sometimes. Like, I'm still in that place. I get it. Being able to put a smile on, being able to, go through the tough times when you don't want to, is what will make you better in the end. And it's what will actually reveal to you the simplicity that you're missing in your life. It will. I've been there. I slip back into that place and I come back into it again. Like, I realize when I get overwhelmed and I basically bite off more than I can chew. Realize, like, that's not the way to be efficient. Simplicity. Simplicity, 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 simplicity. That is the key. That is the key, my friends. So my question for you today is this. Where in your life do you feel like you don't have enough time? And I know you're going to be tempted to say across everywhere. Like, I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to eat healthy. I don't have time to do this in my work and blah, 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 blah. But I want you to think of one area. Like, where in your life is there one area where you feel like you don't have enough time? And what can you sacrifice to make more time for that? Like, that's all it comes down to. We all have 24 hours in a day. You have to dedicate certain amounts of time to get certain things done. You just have to do that. So where in your life are you overcommitted, right? Like, where do you not have enough time, and what can you sacrifice to make time for that? As long as it's important enough to you, you'll find a way. You will. So that's going to wrap up today's show. As always, thank you all for joining. Really, really appreciate you guys coming on here every single day, listening to the show, hopefully being inspired and getting after it just like me. So again, be on the lookout for new and upcoming changes in the year of 2019. It's going to be a great year. Going to take this podcast to a whole new level. Got a couple awesome interviewees coming on here. Really going to give you guys some great content, I feel like. So as always, Dan Hafner signing off today. Check out our Facebook Live tomorrow, and we will see you then.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.